All the cycles.
Podcast. Spelled backwards.
Leap, dumb. Leap, dumb. Leap, dumb.
Hey, and welcome to Pod Lead'em. That's Top Model Podcast spelled backwards. I'm Lex Basile Price and bibimbop, 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 bibimbop.
I'm Hannah Jane Ginsburg, and bring it, Allison.
And I'm JDB Crump, and guess what? Jordan Miller, who won America's Next Top Model last season, is going to be walking with you here tonight in the shadow.
And if we sound a little different,
Punchy.
it's because we're together again in person around my glass table.
Welcome to the glass table. We've all cheated on each other.
This is our holiday gift to ourselves. It's our Tyra treat to
Oh.
ourselves.
Yes.
And we're, of course, talking about Cycle 21, episode 16, which I wrote as 13 because
Sure.
why would I
wouldn't you?
not?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Finale part 2, America's Next Top Model is, which I retitled, The Guy Who Leaked a Drip of Shit.
And if you want to leak money,
Ooh.
Oh,
a drop of coin,
drip, drip.
you can click on the
Clink,
click soul.
Don't swallow those pennies. Give them to us.
It's going to be one heck of a finale part 2. Go to Spotify for podcasters by clicking on the click soul in our show notes and give us a little. I think by now it's post holidays when this will.
Oh, yeah. This
Yeah.
New
should be
year,
new
new
year.
you, new sponsor.
Whoop.
So, for the first time ever, 3 guys and 1 girl. That's not impressive.
That's
this-
not what they think it is.
This is where I noted, oh my God, Jordan's going to be here.
And since when? Because we see the makeover shots again, but now full, not just headshots.
Mhm.
Since when was Lennox wearing shorts? Everyone else got put in like a diaper,
yeah.
and then she's in clothes.
They just knew how unsexy she was from the very start.
It's also so strange because we get a previously on, but the main thing that I took out of it was Adam won best photo twice in a row.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why my brain didn't
and the last
absorb
2
the last
episodes,
2.
like he technically had the momentum.
He's kind of got the best narrative right now.
The show agrees with you.
oh
Yeah.
yes.
So will it be Adam who transformed to frat star to blue suede steel?
Was it really that much of a transformation?
No, and also he came up with both of those.
I
Yes.
know. I will say this. He created brands.
Or will the Texas dancer breaking out of restraints of his small town? Why was he kidnapped? Or Keith, the sexy pro football player aiming for a top model touchdown?
The way both the show and Keith will inflate his time in the NFL during this episode
Oh my
is
gosh.
amazing. And once again, I know I've been trying very hard to be fair, but this episode, I'm like, no, I'm taking it all away.
Mhm.
Or will it be Lennox, the last girl standing, a shy introvert who's ready to unleash her sexy side?
I
would-
love to give her all of that to eliminate her so swiftly.
Yeah.
It's like, I wish in the middle of previously on they had done it. Like they started to describe her and Tyra's like, Keith.
I would also argue that none of those descriptors is fully accurate to Lennox.
No.
No.
She's not an introvert.
No.
She loves drama.
I was about to
Yeah.
say, she clearly gets all of her energy from talking crap about the other contestants.
Also in these intros, we see everybody but Keith get critiques of their modeling ability.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
So, bloop, 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 bloop,
Wait,
bloop.
I love this right before. Lennox, I know you want to stomp in that fashion show. I do. Oh,
Okay.
Thanks for
Good to
agreeing.
know.
No, I'm good.
So Keith stays with a score of 34 to Lennox's 31. And if you forgot from last time, that's because it was 4 judges' scores with no challenge nor fan.
Yeah, to Keith's 34-0-0 against Lennox's 31-0-0.
So that means Adam has 38, Will 35, Keith 34, Lennox 31, which means, this is wild, their average scores were Adam 9.5, Will 8.75, Keith 8.5, and Lennox 7.75.
Yeah.
Release the individual scores.
you know what? It's so interesting to me that we didn't see them when you have the space without the
For
challenge score or the fan vote. Just show Kelly, Miss J. Tyra.
I don't think Tyra wants the audience to know who
No.
she's voting for, because then she couldn't pull this whole, girls, I'm so disappointed in you. Girls, I am shocked, girl Lennox. It's your fault you're not here.
But Keith, you are the last finalist. How much did that boil your blood, Hannah?
I honestly couldn't get past the super disingenuous, girl models everywhere are upset, and I'm including myself. I never wanted this outcome. Like,
But Hannah, there are male models and guys everywhere rejoicing.
I love that in her exit speech, Lennox snuck in that little 3 best photos in a row comment. Ooh, I'm going to leave with my resume on record.
is it Tyra's least helpful advice to a party contestant when she says to Lennox, you're a good model, but to take it to the next level, we want to see more?
And then she goes, okay. And then Lennox is like, what?
Sure.
There is a edit choice that is so incredible to me. This is one of 2 things that the post-production team having it all. Lennox's confessional cam, crying. It's related to her father, and she walks off camera. They edit that with her walking off crying in panel. It looked like she walked off of panel to the confessional, vice versa.
Yeah, it looks like she went, you're eliminated. And then immediately she turned to her own camera and was like,
Yep.
My dad died. And then went, bye, everyone.
It was expertly done. It was so weird. I want to talk about Linux update now because we'll have so many
Yes.
later. Yeah. I have to do none last episode for this episode.
It's also hard because she's not technically going anywhere, because we'll see her in about 5 minutes.
Yeah. Lennox Tillman.
Okay.
Tillman. After the show, she signed with Next Models Miami and Wanted Model Management Mexico. A new one, I think. I don't know if
No, I don't
heard
think
of
we
Wanted.
had that one.
She was in Santa Barbara Life and Style. Yes, the magazine. Dreamingless UK.
Sorry, I didn't hear that comment.
It's an exclamation point. That's why.
No, the comma in between. So I thought you were talking about Santa
Yes,
Barbara.
Yeah,
the magazine.
It's called Yes, the
No,
magazine.
No,
But she
I
thought
thought
it
you were
was-
saying yes. Santa Barbara is a magazine.
Santa Barbara, yes, the magazine.
Like, oh, the magazine. Ooh.
Not just the life and style idea of Santa Barbara. Last Days, Studio Sweden, Fantastamag, and Nest. She also ended up getting booked by Tyra to model Tyra Beauty. Glorious. In 2022, the clip of Tyra giving her a 1 for her score became a viral meme on TikTok, and her TikTok is Lennox Blue, BLU, no E. And on January 16th, kind of related to that and the resurgence of top model in popular culture, she was interviewed by photographer YouTuber Jessica Kobesi, is I believe how it's pronounced. And we haven't ever, I don't think, mentioned Jessica. She's a YouTuber. I like a lot of her content. She does reaction stuff to America's Next Top Model, and she often very much lets the models speak for themselves.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it was fun. An interesting thing is Lennox, at the time of the show, and still, identifies as a lesbian. She posted on her Tumblr, remember when, that she didn't reveal her sexuality because she didn't want it to become a, quote, main storyline on the show. The reason she came out was because fans of the show kept shipping her with Ben.
Well,
So Ben,
I mean, the white hot chemistry between the two of them. How could you not?
in 2022, I think it's her most
y'all,
recent.
I don't know if you should be glad or sad that we don't have video footage because we're doing this in person, because the way my face just dropped about saying Ben is sexy.
Even as a joke.
In 2022, she posted on her TikTok about her wedding. So, and I think that's her most recent and final TikTok. She did a bunch when a lot of the contestants were getting asked questions because pandemic and the show being back on streaming and all that. And then she kind of went quiet again. Her Instagram is Lennox, but with a 1 instead of an L. And then it's private right now. She has very few followers, but it seems legit because Brooke from Cycle 6 is following her. So I assume it's the right one.
Top model lesbians unite.
Yeah, gotta stick together. Reddit post that I found also claimed that she talked negatively about the show on Twitter, got some blowback from that, deleted those tweets, and now just stays low in general. But from what I can tell, she's not currently modeling, unfortunately. And she's one of those that seems to have a lot of fans from her time on the show and her modeling ability specifically.
Mm.
And one of those folks that people are surprised does not continue to have like a really well-known career. And I was a little surprised too. She was one of my more limited updates, and that's not what I would have expected from Lennox.
I didn't watch the YouTube interview because it was very long, but from some of the comments that I saw, she has a master's degree now. I don't know in what.
Mm.
And it seems like from the comments I read that perhaps modeling was not her choice, but more of a parental suggestion.
Interesting.
Also, I mean, to be fair, when Tyra's last comment is like, be sexy. And she's like, no, that.
Yeah. Anyone gets to reveal their sexuality in any facet that they want to.
Sure.
I kind of think because in both the guys and girls cycles that we've watched so far, we've always had a prominent queer male, and we've had to navigate the chemistry or lack thereof on opposite gendered photo shoots. I would have liked to have seen some of that storyline from one of the girl contestants, because with the guys and girls cycles, it just seems like there's always going to be a gay guy.
Sure.
And that's going to be their whole deal, is talking about how do I do it?
I almost wonder if she would have been happier. I totally understand why
so.
she didn't want to give fodder to the show. I fully understand that impulse,
She's
especially
seen the
if you're
show.
young, private, all of those things. But I wonder if it actually would have given her a little bit of separation from the idea of a romantic storyline that would have made her happier.
Yeah, I also think that like there would have allowed them to not focus on the you're not sexy, you're just uncomfortable with man. And that might have not gotten her a one. One time.
Very true.
Yeah, for sure.
She was an interesting contestant. We have said at least one of those photos might be now in my all-time list of
that
best
bathtub,
photos that happened on the show.
One.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Incredible. I really enjoyed the facet of Lennox that was the person who sat in the middle of the big booty circle doing nothing. That was my favorite Lennox. The Winnie stuff, anytime she felt threatened by another model brought out a side I was not as fond of, but she was also very young, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say, I think Lennox got worse the more we saw of Lennox.
For sure. Absolutely. And part of that is just like we've talked about, especially by the time the models get overseas, just everyone's tired, frustrated, anxious, whatever. And I think
shoved into one room.
Yeah.
And if this is not your actual passion, your calling, whatever you want to refer to it as, the longer you're in the competition, probably the worse you feel. Like that math starts to get like, why am I still here?
Speaking of math, let's talk about acronyms and how they don't work. Did you know that FTBS stands for the boys, but also, no, it doesn't.
No, it does not.
Because that'd be just FTB.
When I looked it up, TikTok teenagers think they invented that.
TikTok teens.
TikTok teens. And then the furthest back is that I found was Barstool Sports, which said Saturdays are for the boys. So for the boys, Saturdays is possible.
Why are Saturdays for the boys?
Because women be shopping.
It's true. I do all my shopping on Saturdays.
But if you don't know, don't look them up. Barstool Sports are pretty gross.
The worst.
But it does make sense for me that Adam might listen to them.
Yes.
That makes a lot of sense to me.
And Keith.
It's interesting, though. I feel like I haven't dug into this at all, but I've seen some memes that were like shared widely and pretty like normal. And then I find they're from Barstool Sports. And I wonder if they're going through, I'm not going to look it up, but I wonder if they're going to if they're trying like a rebrand.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Tyra says that each of these guys has their strengths and does not elaborate.
Nope. She also says that they're going to be judged on their commercial, their shoot, their runway walk, and their body of work.
She also refers to it as
I love it when a show does that, so you can never tell who the winner's going to be.
A makeup music video commercial. That's what she calls the thing that they did.
But if that is true, how does Keith win? Because based on runway and that makeup video, which, y'all, I wasn't ready to see these.
No.
I didn't know that when I brought them to y'all.
Well, and these were different.
And they were different.
Yeah, that's the thing is I'm glad that you brought them, Lex, last time, because now we get to talk about the weird differences between them.
You mean how they had to edit some footage of the finalists into them?
I love that we get a blink and you'll miss it winner, Adrian.
Yep.
Just the bottom half of her face.
Oh, yeah.
And the best montage of the winners ever, which is every single one of them gasping when they see their photo. It is actually lovely.
Except
Oh.
Lisa D'Amato.
Yeah. I guess non-all-stars.
I'm shocked they just didn't throw in Tooch Allison.
The fashion bloggers, Tom and Lorenzo of the website tomandlorenzo.com, coined a phrase for that gesture when a person covers their mouth in excitement, which is beauty queen gas mask.
I like it.
What I think
I
of.
like it.
So digital art.
Oh boy.
Hot. Sexy. Blue suede steel.
Right before that happened, we have a new fantastic captions crunch because Adam says, Keith, Will, and Adam are still in the house. And captions crunched, Keith, Will, Adam, and Phil in the house. Phil!
Well,
From last cycle.
maybe that's who Will was saying, you're too vicious to.
Oh.
He would jump over things with Adam. They could have some
God.
sort of...
And then I
Leap
start getting
off.
haunted by past mistakes because we hear the first little bit of the music video, Beautytainment, and the lyric that includes bank signs. And I was like, wow, it really was there for me the entire time.
Yeah.
I can't believe how early they launched this song that didn't actually exist yet when we all remember it from the next cycle.
It's so wild. Hey, new storyline alert that immediately gets dropped and replaced with a different storyline. Keith doesn't cry is this moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then the tie running of his family and the way they fade makes it seem like they're all dead.
This whole cycle has been very odd with its depictions of the current statuses of family members and the way
Yes.
the post team edits them. I would, based on this, if I was ever on the show, I would never mention my family because then I'd see a picture of my mother fading out of
It's just
existence.
Keith and sister with no name.
Oh.
Keith's mother.
Well, they obviously cut so much from what he was saying.
They
Like, I
must
believe
have.
that Keith gave at least a somewhat coherent narrative about his family.
Yes.
But it looked so chopped up.
And then he's like, I don't cry. And then it's like him crying.
And
Yeah.
then he was like, I cried before every game I've ever played in.
I'm like, what is going on?
I like that Will sits in the round chair like a spaceship. He sits on top of the chair instead of in the chair.
I thought he looked like he was hatching from a glamorous egg.
Yeah.
He just starts spinning in his own world.
Yep. Imagine being Will at this moment, though. Like, you've lost the last of Wine Club.
Yep.
It's just Keith and Adam.
Like-
Adam, you're sort of friends with, but
Kind
it
of.
seems more like you're taking care of.
Yes. And then we get a Goodnight John Boy sequence.
I actually love this.
But it didn't seem like Will wanted to say goodnight to. Was it Keith or Adam? There was-
Adam says goodnight. Will says nothing. And then Adam goes, oh, I'm so pumped up. I can't fucking sleep right now.
All that energy. I will say this for Adam. After that drama multiple episodes ago about the beds, thanks to those first call-outs, he's getting that big bed.
Yeah. Line app returns.
Did you know that you could purchase Line App emoji pillows, apparently?
The bear's kind of cute.
It was cute.
Yeah, but I love that they had to put up a big fake line app sign to make like a line booth in the hotel room.
And at first, I thought this was Adam's tie retreat, but then I remembered it was the last tie retreat was last time.
I thought the same thing. And this is an actual potential treat instead of box O chocolates.
Yeah, but you can't get to the last episode and only let one person talk to their family.
Yeah, but Will has seen his. I do like Adam holds his arm the way I do when I have to hold something else, which is settling. I have a friend of mine saw me in the subway and took a picture of me because I was using the full strength of one arm to hold up the other arm to watch something on my phone.
It's like great flex. We have not talked enough or seen enough, I think, of the side profile of Will's hair. It gets kooky up in there.
Here's a sentence from Keith that he said. I know how I want my kids to live, and I know how I want my nephews to live.
Sounds like there's two different ideas.
Yeah, it really did. I found that question mark.
I needed a sentence before or after that to explain more.
Like, do you
'Cause
want
I
to
actually-
drop Do you want to drop a future in front of kids?
Yeah. Or just say, I want my kids just like I want to have a great life, just like I want my nephews to have a great life. There's just so many ways to.
Also, who was Keith calling? Because he sees mom. He says Mama Bear, but then it says sister.
I think the sister was just also there.
I think they were
and
passing
traded places.
the phone.
Yeah.
The Tyroning was not helpful.
No, and it's also confusing because we don't know who in his family is alive.
I also don't want to move away from Will's call with his mom too quickly because, first of all, she goes, her opening statement to her son, "Hey, tired? Ouch."
Ouch. Woo.
And then we see.
She saw that Elvis picture.
If we did not know what Will's life was like from him telling us throughout this whole cycle, there are so many crosses on the wall behind Will's
I know
mom.
this woman.
I counted 9.
I've been in this house.
Yeah. This crucifix
9.
wall. How many? All her friends make them.
Mm-hmm.
Some you might have like shells.
I do not know this woman.
Well,
and I do not imagine how I would feel walking into a house where that was a wall.
with a crucifix wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're like crafts.
Yeah, all of them are always very crafty. There's at least one that's full popsicle.
There was the woman that I knew who made them and sold them. Was my sister's Girl Scout like troop leader who had twins, but she would do like custom. She'd be like, "Give me your vibe," and then it'd be like a Barbie head would be on the cross.
Oh, see, that's cool.
Yeah, or it'd be like a color story.
See, the moms I knew like that growing up were just making clothes for American Girl dolls.
Ah, sure.
Honestly, though, same vibe.
Same energy?
Yeah, same energy. Then we get to the best thing that this show has done. And the post team, I don't think Tyra knew that this happened because it's too clever.
No.
Lennox is gone. And so if you'll remember, all of our commercial bumpers have been Tooch and Booch. And so now they update it to just be Booch Booch. And
Booch,
that
Booch.
is glorious.
Booch, booch, bitch.
But that is actually funny to
Yeah,
me.
it is.
It's so rare the show does a joke that I think was both planned and executed well.
Speaking of things that are not executed well,
Woo.
the show wants us to believe for the next 90 seconds that the 3 finalists have rolled up to this final runway by themselves, except we have so much footage of other arms, other feet, other hair.
When they pop in as though they like apparated.
You could have just put them on a different shuttle, but they were all walking off the same bus.
I love that eventually the show just gives up. Like when they get to the final time and everyone just arrives at the same time, they don't even pretend. They barely have the finalists standing next to each other near the end of this.
It's so funny.
The Jordan reveal feels like an empty promise at this moment because they're like, and Jordan's going to be opening.
Right? You can't tell us that the model we bring out isn't Jordan.
Can you imagine if she had showed up in the last episode when Tyra was going on and on and on about how the makeovers elevated everybody's careers and Jordan walks back in with her
Brown hair.
full brunette?
3 hours until final runway.
I think it's so fascinating that we have a finale with 3 male finalists. A thing, by the way, listeners, I did not remember.
Nope.
I did not know. And the show will not let me forget. Lee Song Bong seems to exclusively create garments for women.
Oh, yeah.
They only
And
show
female
dresses.
bodies.
Now, I did look it up.
Yeah.
He does do men's wear, but only basically these coats.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So
He
these were the
Yes.
designers. Because I
Well,
was
that's
like,
good
dude,
to know because I had no idea.
I had no idea.
Yes, they don't show it. So
The vibe felt similar, and I thought maybe they collaborated with the designer that was close enough.
I do think it's also hilarious, and I'm spoiling a little bit later in the episode, that he did not let those coats leave the show.
no,
Ooh, no finale looks for these 3.
his designs are inspired from the imperial love affair of Napoleon and Josephine, Korean poetry and calligraphy, Cubism, Bauhaus design, and 1930s film noir heroines.
Love.
Only heroines.
Love.
I get that. I mean, that's a lot of competing ideas to me.
It is.
I will say I see Cubism first.
Yes.
And then the rest.
Some Bauhaus in there.
Mm.
Fun thing, in 2013, he appeared on the KBS sports-oriented variety show Cool Kids on the Block for a ping pong project where he revealed his ping pong skills.
A ping pong project with TikTok teens?
He first appeared in the 88 Seoul Olympics 25th anniversary special and then joined the team for a ping pong battle in Saipan. So he's also ping pong.
So is he Lee Song Pong?
Lee Song Pong, ping pong mom. Yep.
That's really cool, though.
Right? It's like a
Yes.
fun little factoid.
His life seems really interesting.
Y'all, he's much bigger than this show.
Yes.
Well,
I'm also wondering if he's the reason they got to use the school to film in because he is apparently an alumnus of that school.
and we're about to see it, though. This finale legitimately is bigger than I think Tyra even realized it would be. Because for the
She
first
is
time ever, she gets nervous.
Flustered.
Not ready for this amount. She's like, is this what it's like to be in a real runway show? And I'm like, yeah, Tyra.
Wait, are all of you were looking at the runway?
Weird.
And none of you were forced here by your parents?
Well, I guess I'll just yell louder than ever.
So Jordan visits.
Calling it a visit. It is a drive-by of a thing.
She visits brunette and unbrushed.
She
She
gets
says-
her full name twice.
Yeah, but she only says about a sentence and a quarter before they cut her off.
Her advice is just, I've been there, and this is that. And then Rayleigh is like, it was great to see Jordan.
Incredibly accurate.
Yeah.
Then Jay realizes he needs to teach these men how to walk and says, Keith, your walk is bad.
That impression of Keith may be Miss J's most accurate and devastating impression of all time.
I'll say this, though, to get that right before the final runway show, ooh, I would be in my head.
Yusai is so excited that this cycle is almost over.
Oh, yeah.
Seems so activated and happy.
Can't talk to Adam, though, can he?
The fact on the final episode of this show, this is a finalist, and his boss has to be like, sober, right?
And he's like,
Everyone-
a couple beers.
The way Yusai is cheering for Will compared to all of the other
Well,
finalists is hilarious.
Hates Keith.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Adam isn't reliable.
Well,
but
also I think he
sincerely
likes
loves Will.
Yeah.
Also, I think there's some like proud queer elder energy that he's watched this person come into his own, and also he loves that photo he took of Will for guests.
He
Oh,
really,
he really
does.
Yeah.
15 minutes to final runway.
Is this the most casual intro Tyra Banks has ever received for anything?
Hold up. Before we get to that long speech, Denzel says, because normally we get multiple people being like, I'm team this, I'm team that.
Yeah, apparently no one's Team Adam.
Where's
Where's
Winnie?
Winnie? Yeah.
But Denzel says, I'm team Keith because we look similar. And Rayleigh says, duh. Why are you asking me?
I think we all know.
And that's it.
Mhm.
That's all we get from anybody. Usually it's literally well, I will say, normally it's like the top 6.
Sure.
But it's so funny. Since last cycle, they made this whole feature out of who are all the former contestants rooting for.
Oh, yeah.
Let's give them some money. And here
Well,
it's
'cause I
like,
think it would be Will.
oh, yeah.
Oh, no, this would be a Will Wine Club alone.
Wine Club alone.
would
Adam's
fill it
like,
up.
I'm team Will too.
Yeah.
Mariana hates
Hates
Keith.
everyone.
Yeah.
And then has Tyra ever worn this color hair?
It looked very different than her norm.
The outfit looked sexy.
The outfit, I actually
Very
thought
sexy.
might
Looked
compete with
really
her best
good.
of the cycle.
Yeah.
Why are these bangs so raggedy?
Because they're clipped on and misplaced. They're so
She got the Kari bang. At some point, her and Kari went to the salon and they got the
Kari's
same
look slightly
bang.
better, though.
Because
Yeah.
Kari's been dealing with it.
But it's the color. It's never been this dark on Tyra. She always likes a honey, right? Or a red. But this,
Mhm.
like,
I hope we see the return to like the red.
I did love the red. That's still
I
my
know it was of a
favorite.
time, but I still like it.
so Tyra didn't learn one single fucking thing
Oh my
about
God, can
Korea.
I please read this speech?
Please.
Because I transcribed the whole thing. So our models have gone from Seoul to Seoul, baby. I have to say, I have had an amazing time here in Seoul, and I have had so much kimchi. I dream kimchi at night. It is so good. And bibimbap, 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 bibimbap. Okay, you know I'm crazy, so excuse my craziness. You guys rock, so give yourself a hand. Biggest audience in top model history. That was the speech.
Also, what does from Soul, Soul, mean.
They weren't there, Tyra.
I guess that's just standing for America.
I think so.
But you'll remember in All Stars when they had to get off the plane in Crete and say a speech.
Yes. Yes.
It is that.
You're a very beautiful country.
I love spinacapita and hummus and
Yes,
No,
Tyra got her 2 Korean words in.
you know what? To give her flowers, she said "annyeonghaseyo" pretty good.
She did. Honestly, if she had just kept the speech at that,
Oh,
just say hi and walk off.
Little windy today.
and
That's still my favorite Shannon quote of all time.
this audience is uncharmed by Tyra.
Well, because they're ready for the actual thing they came for
a
which is a
concert.
concert.
The fact that Tyra is subjecting this audience to all this exposition.
And then our models shot a wonderful fashion spread for Nylon Magazine, and the winner of America's Next Top Model will be featured in a wonderful spread.
And we finally see the nylon shoot, y'all.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
And Will looks like he's killing.
The theme is apparently standing on furniture.
Standing on furniture.
Marvin Scott Jarrett, once again, never changed because his commentary is great, cool. I gave it too much. I'm sorry. I put too much enthusiasm. Let me try again. Great, cool.
I love him.
I love him so much.
Make him a main judge. Who cares?
Keith lies.
Oh my God, this is my favorite.
Lies.
Oh my God. Keith says, running out on the field on my first NFL game was like amazing. That never happened.
Well, maybe it happened where, the entire team runs out.
Yeah, maybe
on the
he
field.
ran out and sat on the
down.
bench. But I will tell you that his stats from his professional career are all zeros.
Yeah, and unfortunately, when you're at that level, those stats are readily available on multiple websites.
And then he says his hashtag was the one, which means he's bringing the throne home.
I was confused by that. And I don't know why, but it was weird because we had a lot of returns to their original hashtags.
Maybe his hashtag was supposed to be THR1.
Oh, for one.
Yeah.
I wish
Drone.
the only one. The only one we didn't get was Will, and I wanted him to be like, and mine was work.
Yep.
Was that not gay?
So then we realize what everyone's here for, which is a K-pop concert.
One of the biggest groups ever.
And they look amazing.
And they destroy this performance.
There is,
I was like on my feet in my living room.
Yeah.
there is a 0 chance that Tyra has listened or is obsessed with K-pop because she gets the band's name wrong. She says their name is 21. Their name is not 21 because they found out that there was a singer who used that same name. Their name is To Anyone.
Yeah. And it's stylized 2, capital N, capital E,
And it
1.
is supposed to sound both like To Anyone and 21, but it is clearly To Anyone.
Yeah. So they were huge.
Huge.
And they're kind of in the denouement of their lifespan right now in Top Model because they're performing Crush, which was also the title of their final studio album in 2014. It was the first album by a Korean artist to break into the top 100 of the U.S. Billboard.
Oh my God.
Debuting at number 61 and remained the highest charting Korean album for over 2 years.
What?
It's ridiculous. I mean, if you look them up, it's just accolade. They were basically one of the groups that it was said of them that the Korean wave, which is kind of the name given to all the rest of culture, really getting into Korean art and stuff. And we've talked a little bit on the show already.
K-dramas, K-pop.
Yeah, they were a group that was very much one of the ones at the forefront of that, according to a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, they're considered to have the first international K-pop girl tour.
Yeah.
And they are so good.
They had a surprise
Also, Crush is a
performance.
good song. I like the
They had a
song.
surprise performance at Coachella in 2022, and it was listed as one of the best performances of that year. Their song, hold on, let me read some of the lyrics. Because, y'all, the chorus, the refrain of, they love me because I'm hot, they love me because I'm cold, they love me because I'm real, they love me because I kill. Don't worry, they kill. If you think you can dance like me, come out. I'll kill you by myself. This music makes you go crazy. Do you hear it? MINZY, why they love me. That's from Minzy. She's the one that left. CL said, I'm a bitch. Whatever I do it my way. I'm a bitch. Everyone knows. I don't care. I'm a bitch. I'm not sad at all. Don't expect too much from me. I'm a bitch who can't be stopped.
Yes.
I got 21 big brothers. To me, you ain't big, brother. With my pretty lips, I say rough things. If you provoke me, only you'll get hurt. And finally, Valentine's Day, every day, even Cupid is in love with me. Don't be deceived by my smile because I'm dangerous.
And I
Yes.
feel like we get enough of that in English
Yes.
Mhm.
during this concert that I feel like Tyra is hearing this song for the first time, like, oh my.
Well, I wonder if she was scandalized since she was sitting in the front row and then apparently gets up and walks away in the middle.
That's how it's edited for sure. Hold up. I have a conspiracy theory. She only hired them and maybe only went to Korea because their name was, in her mind, 21.
Oh my goodness
God.
me. I did not even think about
My
that.
God, that's
and
so
you know, she was
believable.
like, it'd be fun as part of your little choreo. If you could do a 2 and a 1, and they're like, no.
No.
Although we will apparently force Korean models to do that.
They refuse. Also, Marvin Scott Jarrett sitting there with his little blanket
I love
on
it.
his lap because he's
But I
chilly.
can't
He's like, I've
imagine.
never been to an outdoor concert.
And I truly believe this is what happened because when she comes to the backstage area where everyone is just getting their life to this concert, like they momentarily don't care about the vital of the show anymore. You can hear them still singing. So it really does seem like she got up in the middle of that performance.
Because my thought was that, I'm giving Tyra credit, I thought she did all this stuff before she went on stage and did her thing. However, the editors are committed to making sure we believe she like got bored and left.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so weird.
I went recently in New York. I found a store. I was walking with a friend away from dinner. We were done with dinner, and we found a store that sells all K-pop merch, and it had just an array of like the light sticks. I don't know if they have an official name, and I was just like, I want one so bad. They were so expensive and usually band specific.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to just be performative and buy one, but I love that as part of a concert.
Yes.
I love that that's becoming more and more common.
Yeah, take note, Casey Musgraves, who gave us I went to a Casey Musgraves concert. I didn't pay for it. It was at Madison Square Garden.
What a wild person for you to take offense to, Casey Musgraves.
No. Okay, well, it's 2 parts. So there's Casey Musgraves concert. They gave you the like wristbands that light up.
Oh.
They kind of work sometimes.
Mm.
But then, Once Upon a One More Time, or whatever it was called, the Britney Spears
I
musical.
believe that was what it was called. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They also gave little light bracelets that only lit up during the mega mix at the end. Why give them out at the top of the show for you to wear them, and then they light up as you're leaving the theater?
What a weird choice.
And they're always
So strange.
tight.
Also, you'll just think it's broken the entire time.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. So light sticks, yes. Light bracelets, nah.
No.
Well, if they stay on for the whole show, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Light me up.
Were you guys tricked by this? Because I was for a moment.
I was not.
I was tricked because
I thought she was just going to be like, well, Will can't win.
I actually thought this was going to be a thing where it was for the whole audience to think he was about to get Corey'd,
Yes.
Mhm.
and they were actually going to eliminate Adam.
Sure.
And then that's what I thought was going to happen. I was actually tricked.
Yeah, I bought this BS.
We get a classic weird Tyra 2 list in the middle of this prank. I'm sure you've been sleeping and thinking, how am I going to work this runway like a finalist?
And she takes one last moment to look at Lennox and be like, you lost this for women.
When she looked directly at Lennox,
Well, and so does the camera.
and then Lennox flips Tyra off with her eyes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, 100%.
Jordan apparates for a hug, waves, and is silent.
This cycle makes me like Jordan more because it's so weird.
But then when we start the runway, Jordan's Tyron doesn't mention winner.
No.
That has never happened.
No.
She looks great, though.
She does look good.
That is her
looks
color.
amazing. This like
Mhm.
navy royal blue moment.
Yes. Tyra lets
And she looks better as a brunette.
Yep.
Tyra lets us know that we are celebrating the top 3 because they have been very strong.
And we know that because they all, not bad, Adam.
My favorite.
Oh.
Not bad, Adam. Not bad.
Also, Will is tired and crying a lot, and that Southern accent is strong and proud because he goes, "This was the performance of my life."
He also says, "This is The Wire, and it's time to just kill it and do our best." And I'm assuming that he was doing a variation on Down to the Wire, and now they've gotten to the Wire.
Yeah.
But I've never heard that.
He loves
before.
the show The Wire.
The Wire.
This is The Wire.
This is The Wire, the greatest drama of all time.
You know how sometimes you deconstruct food? He was trying to deconstruct a sentence.
An idiom.
The crimp on Kari's hair.
They're trying.
She
Trying to
looks
save that
like
hat.
a show poodle.
Poor Kari.
I thought she kind of looked good in the music makeup video.
Yes.
Rayleigh looked amazing.
Uh,
Had one of the better outfits.
this is
I
where-
like most of the styling, actually. I said that really negatively. I think this is a fun runway.
I thought Lennox looked amazing.
Yes,
Of course she does. Of course.
Yeah.
Because of course she
Because
does
of
now that
course she
she's
does.
out.
What I didn't like was the hair whipping video
I
in the
cannot
background.
believe they played the hair flip video.
Why on
They didn't work.
earth?
I assume that they did not get permission to do that.
No.
I assume the producers of the fashion show were pissed.
I just can't believe that that was a good shoot. It has nothing to do with the runway.
Who I thought looked amazing, unfortunately, Matthew. In
Yeah.
this, like, he could, every time
Matthew
he
looked great.
yeah, just every time he comes on, I'm like, I wish you were a better person.
Yes.
Now,
Here's the thing.
Because he looks
Uh,
great in those clothes.
Yes.
Here's the thing. In a vacuum on the show, if you never look him up, Matthew would still be one of my favorite contestants
think
of
so,
all.
too.
Honestly,
Absolutely.
he on the show he deserved more.
Mhm.
we get
If he only he had never approached another microphone again.
we get 3 Korean supermodels with Tyrons, and then, except for one, don't acknowledge them, Hyejung Lee, Sup Park, and Jae Gyeon Park. And the only reason we acknowledge Jae Gyeon Park is because Tyra corrects him while he's walking on the runway.
Can you imagine the audacity? I imagine somewhere from the previous episode, Jenny Lee's sitting behind Tyra and be like, "This is the end of you."
Well,
We're all, Tyra, you can't keep doing this. I'm going to kick you right out of your chair.
it's especially wild because none of these finalists are good at runway.
No.
No.
Not a one.
Not even
Will
Will.
stiff because he's worried about gay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Adam
Clomps.
moves too much.
And Keith's 2 walks are very different.
The second one is okay.
Better. It's
Mhm.
better. Honestly, Keith's better when he's got a little bit of arrogance.
Yes.
Yes.
The first one is terrible, though.
It's nothing.
And Tyra is so fucking horny
I
for him again.
know. Ugh.
But one of the saddest things that's ever been
Oh,
uttered
oh.
on this show is when this I really felt for this. This hit me in the oof. Is when Keith talked about when he played sports and always wishing his parents were there and picking a blank seat in the stadium.
Mhm.
And that's where he'd look at and imagine his parents. And that's what he was going to do on the runway tonight. And I was like, oh, baby doll.
Yeah.
Tyra, at the end of the show, tries to coax the audience to stand, and they do not.
They're like, the concert's over. Why would we
Why
do
we
that?
stand?
For modeling?
All of them doing the 21 hands.
Those Korean supermodels were like, no,
Mm-mm.
refuse.
You know, the one thing that it seems like Whitney Harlow likes is doing those hands, though. She's always ready.
The backstage energy is very high school play.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
You did it.
Yeah, good for you, everybody.
Yeah. It's like in the not only high school play, but high school play that has a slight run. You know how sometimes they do it like 3 times? And
We
it's
always did ours for 2 weeks.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
We did like 5 performances.
Yeah.
Well,
4 or 5.
Yeah.
1 matinee.
Yeah.
People want our school, weirdly. Our school was so fucking backwards. All the our improv shows and our plays were always
Improv shows.
Yes, we did improv shows every week.
California's wild. I can't deal with this. I can't.
Every week.
Yeah, we did comedy sports every week.
Comedy sports.
I don't care about the rest of the episode. Keith wins. What are we talking about?
My school had a comedy sports team that performed every week.
Short form improv?
Yes, that performed every single week. I was on the comedy sports team for 2 years.
Did you compete?
Yes, we won. Our
What?
team consistently won.
The backstory.
And When we would
Lex, this is your finale backstory that they're just editing in.
and when we would go to theater competitions, we were the cool people. Like all the other groups were like, oh, the theater nerds. And we were like, actually like
ruled the school.
No. I mean, like we were just like normal people as opposed to all the other theater kids at these competitions. Because we would also go to theater competitions where we would compete.
Sure.
I did very well in the monologue dramatic competition. We also did musical theater, short
and they
form,
and they
improv.
loved my character, Fart Cop.
And improv. But no, we were weirdly like our sports kids, not cool. Drama and band, super cool.
Wow.
Also, shout out to anyone if you're in an area or a city that has a comedy sports like recurring show with people. I've had so many friends who have been on those teams and groups. It is the improv comedy show to go to with your parents, with tourists, with whatever, because short form is the Whose Line Is It Anyway, basically, if you're not familiar. That is, I had no idea.
You know, my greatest accomplishment doing comedy sports was, it was a to-do run.
Sure.
And I got the name Keith.
Oh.
And I was the last person. So I had to do it 3 times.
Yeah.
And it was like, da-da-da, yeah, and something beneath, da-da-da, yeah. And he had a wreath, da-da-da, yeah, which he did bequeath.
Ooh.
And then the other people were like, well, I'm done.
Yeah.
There's no more.
Is that a common improv game to do run?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I mean, it's short form common.
Yeah.
I should say. Yeah.
I was in a musical as a child based on that songwriter's life. So
Weird.
yeah. Leader of the pack, Ellie Greenblatt.
What I was going to say, though, no, I loved hearing all that. Truly. I want to know more off pod, is that it feels like when the high school play has a run and there's one night the normal lead can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So someone else steps in, and all 3, Will, Keith, and Adam are doing different parts. And everyone's like, you did it.
Oh.
We all did it. We all survived this.
The energy of a friendlies.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to give it once again to you, Sai. A genuinely funny moment. And the winner is, just kidding, not my job.
Mm-hmm.
Except that's a lie.
Except it is a lie. But also, then it's the implication of that is that actually Tyra does pick the winner, even though she keeps saying she doesn't.
Well, because we all know how Yusai voted.
Well, because Yusai, to all 3 of them, says, Will, I'm so proud of you. And then walks away.
Welcome to our ugly home.
Reddit is back for a historically hideous season.
It's our 100th ugly house. This place is mayhem. That is impressive.
And if these walls could talk,
Do you cry a lot?
I do.
they'd have a lot to say.
What in God's name is this pit?
Don't get too close.
No, if you see the show, I'm scared of cat.
Ugliest House in America season premiere Wednesday at 8 on HGTV.
Experience a membership that backs what you're building with American Express Business Platinum. Unlock over $3,500 in business and travel value annually with statement credits on select purchases from brands like Dell, Hilton, and Adobe, and other benefits. American Express Business Platinum. There's nothing like it. Based on total potential value of statement credits on select purchases and other benefits, enrollments required, monthly and other limits and terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-platinum.
I had that dream again. My small business needs to hire, but I don't use LinkedIn, and I hire an energy vampire. But also, they're a literal vampire. And suddenly, my team is spending all their time sharpening wooden stakes and buying bulk silver and rehearsing ancient chants, and then I wake up.
Don't let hiring nightmares ruin your dreams. LinkedIn Jobs' new AI assistant takes insights from over 1 billion professionals to create a short list of the best fits for you. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/quality. Start hiring today with LinkedIn.
Well, the holidays have come and gone once again, but if you've forgotten to get that special someone in your life a gift, well, Mint Mobile is extending their holiday offer of half off unlimited wireless. So here's the idea. You get it now, you call it an early present for next year. What do you have to lose? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Limited time 50% off regular price for new customers. Upfront payment required. $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds may slow after 50 gigabytes per month when network is busy. See terms.
So I believe at this panel, Tyra's hair color, eye color, and lip color clash. I love her dress.
The dress was cute.
Yeah, I actually love this kind of beige, nude, and gold. I liked it. It felt finale, too, in a way that the male models didn't get to look.
Because they walk in tech blacks.
Yeah.
They all got the same outfit, and apparently there was a secret challenge. We're bringing back the
Design a t-shirt.
because Those were all the same t-shirt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But Adam makes a strong choice to Danny Zuko his sleeves.
And give a clip V-neck.
Like he was going to rip it off if he won.
Oh my God, that's exactly
what he was
going
to do. Yeah. I was in, we're just telling stories. I was in a comedy bit where I had to like rip off as part of the end of a bit. And like most crew neck collars are the hard part to rip.
Yeah.
And they were like, you can do it. And I'm like, no, like very few. You got to get the snip. And they were like, well, try to hide it because the person was just like, you can just see. And I was like, okay. And I don't think it's going to telegraph the bit that much, but fine. So there's this non-existent now, I'm sure, sketch where I'm like holding my hand over
clutching all the time.
Oh.
Yeah, this is less noticeable than a little snip.
Strong character choice I had to make.
The show I was in last summer involved a bit where somebody had to completely rip their dress shirt apart. And to make that happen, they had to take it apart and reconstruct it with Velcro 3 different times.
That's kind of fun, though.
It was so cool. And when it works, it is so satisfying.
Oh, yeah.
And if it sounds like we're just telling anecdotes, here's the thing, the little behind the scenes, a little top model news desk sort of. The three of us, as we're getting together, as we were enjoying each other's in-person company, we also were like, so there's nothing to this episode. No. Like there's stuff of interest, but a lot of it's sepia tone flashbacks. And once Lennox gets eliminated, you're just like, well, I guess we just have to hear Tyra say over and over again how this has never happened before.
And how strong all of these contestants are.
I think it points out a little factoid. As I was setting up the recording setup, I mentioned that I had forgotten that I had watched this episode. And 2 days before, I was like, oh no, I have to watch it. And my husband just went, we did. And then JW said the same thing happened to him.
The same thing happened to me.
It really says to the quality.
It's so not memorable. And finales in some way, shape, or form are the least we've talked about in the podcast because you're just waiting for the ending.
Yeah, and the show is putting a lot of filler in because finales almost never need 42 minutes.
But at the same time, this one in particular just has so little of note. And a big part of it is this, we're repeating the same. It kind of reminds me of Petite Psycho, Nicole and Laura, which is also one of my least favorite finales, not only because there's only two people to talk about, but also because the two of them were like, we're going to tell you the same story over and over and over again, and that's all you're going to get from us.
Well, and Tyra decides to fill the time with babble. Just babble. Things like, I'm going to say these prizes for the last time because one of you will be walking away with these prizes.
And why do we ADR the line?
So much ADR.
True top model style. It was fun and fierce.
This makeup video showcases everything y'all have learned all cycle long: modeling, acting, and most importantly, star quality.
Tyra, amazing. This is huge. You guys are in a commercial with Tyra Banks.
You said giving the ADR nothing.
Yeah.
So that's the fun part of this finale is let's talk about these makeup music videos.
Oosh.
Music video is a stretch.
That we ADR as fun and fierce.
Yep, it's so funny that Tyra felt the need to ADR in true top model style, fun and fierce, because first of all, duh.
Also, not usable.
Secondly, it's like Tyra is embarrassed by them.
As she should be.
Mm-hmm.
And we hear so little from Miss J and Kelly about these videos.
And what we do is telling.
I feel like one of Kelly's comments was something along the lines of like, well, that was that. Like it was another like Jordan Miller style line.
Jay's comment was when Tyra was talking about it, and they were really under pressure. And Jay goes, that was under pressure?
Oh my gosh, that was so funny.
Every single compliment from Miss J is like, if you weren't an expert like me, you might think this was okay.
So these are, if you didn't hear us earlier in the episode, these are extended versions.
Yes.
Well, Keith is brand new to us.
Yes.
Well, yeah, we never saw Keith.
Of the ones that
and we get
saw.
the reveal of shade names.
Woo!
And it basically is the extended version in the sense that the male models are added back in more.
Yes.
Keith is a full creep in his. This like taking pictures and putting lipstick on them.
And smirking.
This was like he was preparing to murder them.
One thing I will say is I don't think they like Keith very well. There's something about, I don't know. There's been a couple of times this cycle that I feel like Keith is in shadow in a
I
way.
think that's
that
also because Keith doesn't know what he's doing.
maybe
Yeah,
he's
doesn't know
not
how to
finding
find
the
that light.
light.
And also,
Yeah.
we don't mention at all how it was literally pulling teeth on set to do anything.
Yeah.
The 2 lip shades that I'm assuming got named in between the filming and
Mhm.
this finale are Hater Blocker and What It Takes.
I was also confused by hater blocker for another reason because sometimes people call sunglasses those. And
Do they?
yeah, and I was like, because you can't see your haters. And I
Also, it was just recently a challenge on, I think, Canada's Drag
yeah,
Race.
exactly. So I was like, why name that
For lips.
that?
Also, just don't let your haters get that close to your face.
Well,
I'm
but
gonna say.
Hannah, remember, they see your lips first
That's
before
true.
they see your face. So you're just telling haters, don't approach.
Abs aside, because it's so silly.
It's so
It's so
silly.
silly.
Will's face by himself shots are very smoldering in a fun way.
Yeah,
I think
he does the
looks
best.
pretty great.
And he has some really cute smiling too.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Will smile in
Mhm.
photos that often.
In Adam's commercial, Denzel has the line, "Help is on the way, baby."
Terrifying.
yeah.
That was so icky.
Terrifying.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. All of the men, except for Will, and even Will a little, were clearly instructed to be like
A little Will?
sexy. Little Will? A little Will. We're instructed to be sexy, but it's a makeup commercial primarily targeted towards women.
Mhm.
And so, unfortunately, a lot of the sexy lines from all of them come across a little bit more threatening
Yeah.
because it's like, I'm going to help you. And you're like, ah,
Girl, you're wearing that makeup.
And then when
fix that face.
when Adam says "oops" and wipes cum off his lips,
So I still love Adam getting erased and Winnie being like, wow.
and I liked him.
Can we do that to Tyra now?
And in each of these videos, Allison gets a little graphic for her little moment.
I love
and they're
it.
different in each one. So in the Will one, she gets "Work, Allison." In the Keith one, she gets my opening quote, "Bring it, Allison." And in the Adam one, she gets "Allison approved."
Finally, Allison Harvard approved my
Only
makeup.
approves the oops liner.
We've argued it's the best
Yeah.
product.
Yeah?
Here's a sad thing for all the listeners, but hopefully we'll bring it back in a future episode. We found Oops Liner literally during the middle of a recording, and it's going to be delivered tomorrow. And we couldn't push back the recording. So, new year, new us, less oops, more liner.
Then we get an ADR about their body of work, the final element, the fifth element.
This whole new facet of Adam's character that they've made up for this final episode, because it's not enough that he was stiff. It's no. He was calculated and studying every move. Have you met Adam?
I would believe high school Adam did that.
Adam the barking flipper? Like,
The stomper, the one that does like a hand stomp. Also, I'm sorry, when we only show water, gloves, Elvis, and guests, Keith wins none of those.
no, from the photos they picked, Adam wins.
Adam wins.
Adam does win.
Adam,
And
I
that's what
wrote
it
3 out of the-
feels.
3 out of the 4 were Adams.
Yeah.
Well, especially because the water one, even though it's full revisionist history with Will, they hated that eye.
Yeah.
And
Only
they were
Tyra
like,
liked it.
No,
they were
Tyra
like,
liked it.
but this time all of them were like, wow.
eye.
Well, they pretend they like Keith's glove one where he did that weird smirk.
Yeah.
Even Tyra knows a little bit how brazen they're being about Keith's revisionist history, so she'll throw it up, but it was hard to get there. Like, so fast.
But Keith wins none of these.
Nope.
It's Adam, Will.
But we had to skip so much of the show to make Adam look good, also.
But why? But why
don't
are we
know.
making Adam look good?
Don't know.
Especially because, spoiler alert, he gets third. And the way the show made it was that Will was getting third.
It's like they were back legitimizing his presence in the finale.
It's so weird.
It's also odd because we skipped over it, but just like Lennox before him, Will refuses to let the show forget and says, I've always had the highest social media score.
Yep.
And let me say this, it would be great in these cycles that have had a focus on social media for the contestant with the highest social media score to always win. Because then you're like, fans, you get it.
But not only, spoiler alert, not only did Will have the best average social media score. He also had the best average judges score
Mm-hmm.
and Tyra scores.
Yep.
Well, that's the other thing. That's the biggest,
Which that was surprising. I did the same math,
Yeah.
Lex, and that surprised me.
the greatest nonsense of this finale. After one final Kelly thought of Adam putting suntan lotion on someone in Acapulco,
Oh boy.
we find out that we're not going to average the judges' scores from across the cycle the way we're doing with challenge scores and fan scores.
Why average challenge scores?
I don't know.
Because Keith.
Keith.
Did they do that last time though?
No.
I don't remember.
The judges are going to be giving a whole new score based on body of work and potential.
Yeah.
That pissed me off so
Oh
much.
yeah. Because the hoops. Jumping.
Mhm.
Just like Adam. Jumping through and up onto things. When they were talking about Will's body.
Oh.
My backup quote. Tyra is complimenting him, saying that boom, boom, boom got better. And she
That's not a
goes,
compliment.
she goes, sit-ups, crunches, sideways.
And he has to lie and go,
And I thought back to the Lauren James, Rob Evans fitness. And I went, sit-ups, crunches, kind of the same thing. Sideways. And sideways just leaning. Not even an oblique crunch, just like,
Side plank.
Yeah, side plank.
She also says of his guess ad, you are smizing into the distance and calling somebody's name with your eyes.
Hello.
And then Yusai gives Will, I think, the highest compliment anyone has ever received on this show when he says that Will's photo elevates the brand.
Mhm.
especially from you side.
Yeah.
No, Yusai's trying to do two things. Not let Keith win
Mhm.
and do his best to help Will win. Yeah. And Adam is like, whatever, I don't know, third.
Yeah, all of Yusai's compliments to Keith are like, I thought you were terrible, but after working with you, you're not that bad.
Oh, wow. I just re-looked at my notes and I said this evaluation really makes you think Adam is going to win, just like you were saying earlier.
100%.
So,
For
Triple.
these male modeling beauties.
Adam gets third with an average judges score, body work and potential of 32, so 8. A challenge average of 7.3 and a fan vote average of 5.86.
How is Adam's challenge average that high?
Yeah,
it was
wasn't
high and low.
Yeah. I think it's funny, though, that compared to Will and Keith, Adam is very declaratively third.
Yes.
Because the total is a 45.16 or whatever.
Yeah.
And the others are basically going to be 49 and 51.
Mhm.
So it's a big jump. And then it's Will and Keith. Adam has to do that awkward to the side. Keith finally cries. And then Will very sweetly comforts and said, it's okay to cry. I cry all the time.
I can't remember if I've said this on the podcast before, but when my kid gets really upset about something, because toddlers cry in lots of different ways, and a lot of it is fake.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But when he really cries, I call it big fat tears, all capital letters, because he cries these big fat tears, and it's like sad and adorable. Keith is giving big fat tears.
Yeah.
He wants them to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
think it's genuine.
Yeah, I do.
I think because every step it gets there, it's closer. And once you're in the top two, especially the immediacy of that
Mhm.
and him having no time to adjust, Keith's like, well, I'm not third. I could win this. Like,
And I will say, for someone who thought they had a dream career in their hands that never took off, to be about to be given a second dream
Yeah.
career
It's a
is
big deal.
It's a pretty big deal. Yeah.
So Will gets a 35 from the judges, a 7.3 for challenge, and a 6.9 for fan vote.
easily the highest.
Oh, yeah.
Versus Keith's.
And also nice.
Yeah. Also versus Keith's 37 average of 9.25, an 8.3 challenge score.
Which I look back, legit.
Yeah, he did really well at
He always
challenges.
did. He was kind of his thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And 6.4
Yeah.
fan vote.
Which isn't bad because I thought we had a lot of discussions about Keith's fan votes not being that
That's
high.
what I
I
thought
know.
it
That
was a
feels
bit
high.
High. It worked out.
But I looked back and I was like, they were never necessarily the lowest though.
Yeah. But it's just Will's was so high.
So high.
And this picture, this picture of Keith and Tyra is so weird.
Let's talk about these.
First, I want to say that Will's final line of this big town fella's gonna take over the world.
He used to be so adorable.
So cute.
And we didn't talk about it, but that picture of him with his little dancers.
Oh, all I want is a picture of Will and his little dancers.
Mhm.
That's always so cute. And Yusai says to Keith in his moment of victory, all that yelling paid off.
Everyone learned the worst lessons this cycle.
Keith also refers to himself as being crowned the first male to become America's Next Top Model, and then gives a speech that is very beauty pageant. Very Mr. America.
And Jay hates Keith winning and barely
Acknowledges.
wants to stick around.
Yeah. Wants to escort Will away to have brunch.
And then he says, when they told me no, you told me yes. Who's they?
I seen football stuff.
Or tried to model on his own and it didn't work out.
Well, but spoiler alert, the Where Are They Now was working out. So, yeah. Not a lot of people said no.
This is the first time we get all the Tyra pictures, including the eliminated contestants, because she was just already on set for makeup. Because this is all
and all the contestants were there, I suppose.
Yeah, this is just from the makeup shot. Keith, go on, girl, give us nothing. Same fucking face. Also, I don't like this Tyra, like, gripping him.
No.
With her eyes closed.
No, I don't like it.
Adams, her finger looks like it's separated, like the magic trick is happening.
Tyra's outfit also looks like a line filter on top of her.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Lennox's is so weird. Could you imagine if Lennox had won and this would be the picture? I think Tyra's like, well, she's not going to win.
And then Tyra and Will look like they're taking it, and she forgot to take it earlier and like ran back on stage.
And he's also shirtless.
I think it was literally right after his abs.
Yeah. Put a fucking... It's ridiculous.
Ben's is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
He doesn't like that Tyra's touching him. Tyra looks really bad in Winnie's photo.
Neither of them are great in hers.
No.
Weirdly, Tyra looks amazing in Denzel's.
Well, that's because Tyra scoots down to make Denzel look like
tall.
a normal size.
She's vampiring Ivy.
Yeah, Ivy doesn't know that Tyra's behind her.
But it's less weird than what she's doing to Kari.
Trying to pull off that makeover.
It looks like she's trying to breastfeed her.
It looks like she's trying to twist her head off.
But her left arm is pulling Kari's hair.
Oh my God, what is she doing to Matthew?
Don't know. They look like they're wearing one suit.
If you haven't seen it, listeners, she's literally got her entire hand over Matthew, and she's also making Matthew squat down so that she's taller than him.
She's inducting him into the 5-head squat.
And right in Mariana's, it looks like Tyra's hair is becoming Mariana's hair.
Yes,
it does.
It absolutely does. It might be.
It
Honestly,
also
I think Mariana's hair is all on the one side, and that's just Tyra's on the other side.
And I'm going to say it right now, Raylia's looks like the cover of every original movie on Tubi.
Oh,
but you know what? That is by far the best
Why
photo
is Shy's
that we've
off
seen so
center?
far.
Why is Tyra in the center of Shy's
I'm like,
photo?
what
You
did we
needed
do
all
to
of Tyra's
Shy?
hair.
So rude.
Raylia's is by far the best.
Oh, yeah.
It just looks like, you know those movies I'm talking about where the name of it's going to be like Revenge 2, We're Back.
Yeah.
These are all just so cheap compared to... I used to really like the final picture of Tyra in the winter.
Tyra was here for these pictures.
That's true. We know these are real.
Very true. And that Will one is so weird. That background.
It's also lit differently. I don't know. And you were very right about something that we got to focus on, Hannah, because when we return to the collage with that weird filter and we just get to focus on Keith, you were right. That filter is rough on Keith.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
It doesn't look like a human.
Nope. All right.
It looks like they put a beard weave on Keith for some reason.
All right. We've got... Woo! Woo!
Most of the episode is right
I'm going
here.
to gear myself up for this.
Oh, boy.
Stretch it out. Ugh.
Alrighty. Adam Smith. Thanks for the easy Google.
Nothing's going to come up for that.
After the show, Adam took some test shots, but he also was featured in a lot of very commercial ads, including Coca-Cola, Domino's, and Hooters, of course.
Perfect.
Oh, God.
In addition to
He didn't get
modeling...
paid for that one. He just was there.
Got paid in wings.
Yeah.
In addition to modeling in 2021, he was a part-time stand-up comedian.
What?
And ran a comedy club, and I think still does based on some info I'll give you in a second, called Accidental Chaos, which that I love.
That is great.
That I love.
I'm sorry. Can you imagine calling yourself a part-time comedian?
But like all of us were.
Exactly. But that's the thing.
We're
Like,
part-time comedians.
Yeah.
you can call yourself a professional
and full-time
comedian.
models.
Full-time slaves.
Did either of you ever watch The Most Popular Girls in School?
Yes.
No.
Hannah, look it up. You will love it.
Okay.
It's 5 seasons. I haven't watched it in a while, so some of it might not age well, but also it wasn't there to age well. It was meant to be like
much like myself.
It's like it was stop motion Barbies.
Ooh.
And it was really, really funny stuff. And one of the things is the main character, Mackenzie Zales, a name I remember because they did a high school thing where everyone's their first and last name.
Great.
And I remember a lot. Shay Van Buren. Mackenzie Zales would always be like head cheerleader and part-time model. I love that. On his YouTube, the only clips besides top model stuff from like years ago are videos from a very recent show in July 2023. 3 clips, but they aren't even necessarily of Adam. Like the first one I watched is just another comedian.
You just need to upload them to a channel.
Yeah. So I assume they're from Accidental Chaos, probably. Like his thing, because he does take a mic from someone at some point.
That tracks.
His comedy website no longer functions, and now there's a more prolific Adam Smith comedian.
Oh no.
That if you type in Adam Smith comedy, you get all of his stuff. And I want to read something from that Adam Smith's About You page. You'll see why. And I watched some of his clips. And this Adam Smith, very funny. Mm-hmm. Adam Smith is a New York-based stand-up comedian. His comedy is influenced by his time living in Tokyo and New York. His brand is playful dark humor, covering topics all the way from ballet to World War II. He's a regular at the Broadway Comedy Club. You can find him performing across the country and around the world, but good luck Googling him. And I thought that was funny because that was my issue with this. In 2021, he was the first contestant from this cycle to be interviewed by Oliver Twixt, who we've mentioned on the podcast multiple times. I'm sure a lot of our listeners are familiar, does interviews with past contestants. It's considered to be one of the worst ever because he was drunk.
Great.
Adam, to be clear.
Consistent.
No, Oliver Twitch.
No.
Adam, sober. During the entire time. And a lot of comments said, I could barely get through 10 minutes of this. And that is very much the vibe. I tried with this one because I was fascinated. And it's hard to watch. He's like standing up, holding a mic. He's like moving back and forth.
Because he's a stand-up comedian.
He is incredibly rude, in my opinion.
Is this like his speech in the restaurant in Korea, but extended for like an hour?
Kind of. And a lot of the comments are like to Oliver Twixt, like, you deserve the Nobel Peace Prize for keeping it together. Because I will say this, kept it together as best they could. Yeah. Things he did included calling Will gay Will.
Great.
Fun.
Cool.
Joking about Mariana and her death. I tried to skim to find that, but I couldn't find that exact moment, but it is mentioned in comments and stuff. So I don't know how bad the joke is, but apparently Auntie used the bathroom in the middle of the interview.
Cool.
That part I did fine because it's just poor Oliver Twixt being like, well.
I guess I'll sit here.
Yep.
Good thing he didn't have a laugh on.
He also had an Instagram called Beer on the Head that hasn't been active in many years, and from what I can tell is just meant to be repostings of people pouring beers over their heads.
Fun.
Then his main IG is apparently at adam.smith, but there is nothing.
Ooh.
Don't even bother. They both went for their phones. Don't even bother. Because I also found what seems to be an old comedy one, but it only features 2 posts, nothing notable, and asks you to follow adam.smith.
Wow.
Weird.
So I don't know if he's in the middle of a current rebrand because he's posted the YouTube videos this year. I don't know.
Y'all get rid of your old accounts.
Yeah, but the main thing you can find on him is this interview. And it is people are saying the same thing that with the drinking and stuff, a lot of people were like, he's younger, you know.
He wasn't that young.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
But you're mid-30s. And also it's an interview, like a chance to really redeem if you feel like you need redemption.
I don't think he does.
That's the problem.
Yeah. Ooh. Y'all, I just got therapized. Will Jardell, which I love because in a Southern accent, Jardell. After the show, He signed with Q Models in New York, the Dragonfly Agency in Dallas, and CGEM Talent in Los Angeles. He's been in magazines like Anon, Lucy's, Linger, Fantastamag, which is kind of like Elements.
I was going to say Elements.
Status Magazine Online. He was in the No Hate campaign, and he was on a banner ad for freehivtest.net. He's also been in some TV shows, including Raymond and Lane and The Bianca B Show. In 2015, he launched a line of luxury high heels called Jardels.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Which is a great name. And Lex, this is the thing I texted you about that I was like, Will says something that is the most Lex coded a thing could be. You know, hex code, this is Lex code. I'm going to tell you right now. Because it's a line of heels for any gender. And he's quoted as saying, well, there's no fucking shoes for large men.
That's true, y'all.
And I wish the shoe still existed because I would have purchased for you, buddy. Yeah, and someone made that into a GIF. So it's just an interview of him saying that, which is very funny. He has a YouTube channel, very current, where he uploaded weekly recaps of cycles 22 and 23. And a lot of them included a contestant. In 2020, he was interviewed by April and Mercedes for their show, Throwback Thursday Time. And in late 2018, a lot of people know him because he competed on the 32nd season of The Amazing Race with his then boyfriend, a JW, James Wallington. Will proposed to James, who accepted, and they had their wedding exactly 3 years after their engagement. James also went on to be on a season of The Challenge, which we watched. Yeah, and he survived a hard elimination.
Yes.
They won The Amazing Race, right?
Yes. They
and
did.
Will basically, the whole attitude was, I am only here to win.
Yeah.
And also, there were some times where
James clearly really wanted to do the show.
James was the fan of The Amazing Race.
Yeah.
But James also was like, anytime he had a bad attitude, Will's like, I will leave.
Yeah.
I won't do this with you.
I'm ready to walk at any time.
They still do Amazing Race content on the same YouTube channel.
Nice.
And include exit interviews with basically every contestant from the last couple. Every season posts theirs, including the season of Amazing Race that just finished. They've already started posting those interviews as well. So it's very current.
Did they speak to the COVID contestants that did not return?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't look that far back. The Instagram is William Jardel, and the bio reads, husband to Where's Wallington? Oh, that's so funny. I didn't.
That is cute.
My head didn't get that the first time. They're in LA. And their thing is now LGBT travel. Okay. And says Amazing Race 32 winner, ANTM almost winner with a heel. And then his Gmail, which just seems like a bold choice.
Very available.
One of the most recent photos is with the two of them with Suri from Survivor Trader Big Brothers. Begrudgingly Big Brothers. And he has a top model highlight on his IG. You know, the highlights you can do. Mm-hmm. And there's not too much. It was the same thing that kind of Lennox did, where when the show got on Netflix, they started talking and stuff again. But he does have one interesting story.
Things you didn't know about my time on America's Next Top Model. This was the first time that I met the judges on the show, and I wore 6-inch heels. But before you go out to meet the judges for the first time, you have a little pep session with the casting producer, casting director, who both told me not to wear the heels when I met the judges. So what did I do? I wore the heels. There were two people who told me to wear the heels that were on the cast, and that was Raylia and Lennox. They both became really close friends of mine, and they were the only two people that supported me wearing the high heels the first time I met Tyra Banks. Moral of the story, be bold, be different, don't always do what you're told to do.
So basically the casting people told him not to wear his high heels in the interview, but Raylia and Lennox said you should. And they all became good friends from that moment. So Wine Club started before we even knew.
The origins of Wine Club.
You know what I realized too? So you remember how you brought up that picture, or I think someone posted on the Discord of Will.
The wedding.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if Raylia was one of his
I believe it said that she couldn't attend for work reasons.
She wasn't in that picture.
Yeah.
No, she wasn't in that picture.
Yeah.
No.
Sure.
I believe what I read was that she couldn't attend the wedding for work reasons. But I don't actually.
Because I was going to say, I'm pretty sure they're all friends still.
Yes.
That's the most
very cute.
That's the most interesting thing about this.
They did. They all lived together right after Top Model.
That's the most interesting thing about this cycle is that particular group is one of the most friendship strong groups we've had. And I know it's a more recent cycle.
And Kari
obviously.
is also a strong part of that, which gets erased a lot because of her time with Keith.
Yeah. And finally, our winner, Keith Carlos, a name we learned on the show. Before Top Model, he had already been on the cover of Crave magazine. He had also been featured in an episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta with Kenya Moore, and they did a photo shoot with him as a model.
That's wild.
That's so weird.
He was named, again, before the show, by Essence magazine in 2013 as an unforgettable face.
What? Oh, my God.
So this was our male model who was working.
And yet, could not model.
Well, here's the thing, though. We're going to get into some bona fides afterwards. So here's some trivia first, because we get to talk about Austria's Next Top Model.
Ooh,
You'll
finally.
see. Keith is the first guy winner of Top Model, but not of the Top Model franchise. Because all the other ones started guy and girling it up, right? Around this time. And that, the honor of the first male winner of Top Model is Oliver Stumvoll, Stummvoll, who won Austria's Next Top Model and is considered one of the most prolific winners of all time. Wow. He won in a public vote in a live finale. In October 2015, Cosmo...
Oh, that face.
Cosmo ranked him as one of the most successful contestants of the Top Model franchise, and in January 2016, he was named Austria's Best Dressed Man by GQ Germany.
I can see why.
Yeah.
And then credits.
Damn.
Yeah. So isn't that fascinating that Keith is actually not the first guy winner?
Good, I'm glad.
But also apparently the first Top Model guy winner is it.
This human is stunning.
Yeah.
Back to Keith, though, because we have a lot to go over. And some of those, I'm going to prep not the immediate things I'm about to say, but I'm going to go ahead and put that little TW, that little warning for some homophobia and transphobia.
Yep.
Because I'm going to read the homophobia thing in full eventually, because it's worded weird. So it's a little funny, but also very sad. But after the show, collected those prizes, got a contract with Next Model Management. He was in Mod Magazine, Elements, we did it. Lady Gun, Jezebel, Blurred Lines, Groom, Session, Bellow, the quintessential gentleman and control home. But now he got those commercials. He got those deals. He was shot by Mike Rosenthal for a True Religion campaign.
Oh.
He also worked with Men's Warehouse, Adidas, Honda, Sunglass Hut, Kmart, Designer Shoe Warehouse, Glam Glau, Reebok, Macy's, Lucky Jeans, Bloomingdale's, North Face, ex-Nordstrom Rack, and Kohl's.
Wow, department stores are really into this, man.
Yeah. And he played the role of Danny on 23 episodes of The Bold and the Beautiful in 2018-2019. And then this is crazy to me. He came back as the same character, Danny, for one episode in 2021 of The Young and the Restless.
What? Excuse me? So now those exist in the same universe?
Are you trying to tell me that one person is bold and beautiful and young and restless?
Somehow, Danny the bartender, who worked at Bikini Bar, and I saw a clip and the acting was fine. Yeah. He played the love interest in a Cardi B music video. Be careful. He's also in a movie, according to his IMDb, and he is on the cover. So, according to also the movie. Called...
Oh, no, that could be a Jennifer Aniston thing.
That's true, yeah.
With Leprechaun 2.
Chocolate City 2, Vegas.
Oh, that sounds like a
porn. Where it's kind of like a Magic Mike ripoff. Where he plays a character named Seduction, spelled with a K.
So a duck?
It's no C, though.
What was his sexy name?
It's a duck.
Yeah. What?
K-Songs.
K-Songs, that's right.
Could you imagine, though? In 2021, and here's where we get into not fun. Keith posted to his Instagram story criticizing Cece Telfer, a transgender track runner competing in the women's NCAA. He compared her to LeBron James and Mike Tyson if they had transitioned, and he misgendered her because there was a poll with the wrong pronoun. This wasn't accidental at all. Yep. In December, he defended homophobia on his Instagram story, and I'm going to read it in full because this is wild. Gay people, I'm not afraid of you. I do not hate you. I do not wish anything bad upon you. Therefore, I'm not homophobic. What you do in your bedroom is between you and God.
It's not.
No,
however, people should have the freedom to disagree with the lifestyle and not be called names like homophobes. They should not feel uncomfortable because they do not agree with the lifestyle and feel they can't speak about it in fear of losing opportunities. Everyone is entitled to their own opinions, and I'm sorry. That's like Me writing a parody of someone being homophobic. That
Gays,
is so silly.
I'm not afraid of you. You won't silence me.
But
Also, be afraid of the gays.
Yeah, you should be.
Yeah.
But also to be like, we should have opinions where we think everything you do is bad, but I shouldn't lose my job.
How dare you call me a homophobe just because I said you were all gross?
It's so weird to like. I think this is this is not a discussion for right now on the podcast, but I read something else about like the concept of racism, how no one wants to be called a racist, but they want to be able to be racist. And we've learned homophobe is bad, and to be called a homophobe is bad, but homophobia is not.
How dare you insult me by calling me what I am?
Not that thing I did.
And I'm going to call you sinful. And that's my right.
Wow. His Instagram where all this could be found and more. But get ready for the twist.
He also,
Get ready.
from what I have seen, doubles down when people try to engage with him on his behavior.
And he loves a poll that doesn't work out in his favor. His Instagram is Keith Carlos, and the bio reads, first male winner of America's Next Top Model. At
Oliver Kane was like, you aren't.
I will sue.
At Nova Man Ambassador, former NFL player and Purdue University alum.
He wasn't a player.
And then
he was technically hired to be a player.
And
He's just
then,
a player who never played.
We are not relitigating that. And as of this recording, this morning,
oh my God,
after all of what we just learned, his story, and it's just one of those texts.
Yeah.
An ugly personality destroys a beautiful face.
Excuse me?
But also
a cell phone.
Yeah, I was like, ooh. And that is the end of Keith Carlos's update. But he worked.
Sure. Yeah. So
you're right. Department stores were on that.
All over it.
To eulogize the three.
We like Will.
Yeah, we like Will.
Yes, Will should have won.
I'm surprised they had Corey and Will in the palm of their hands to have winners that could have that seemed top model loyal.
Yep.
Yes.
And clearly were from Corey.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And literally they pretend like Corey won.
Uh-huh.
Begrudgingly allowed Jordan
Corey
to...
wasn't at the runway show.
Me too, actually. Well, Jordan was like, I guess I'll do it.
Hugs, Tyra. Auntie Ty.
But it's like, I can't believe they dropped the ball on that twice. Truly. Like, you had a male winner that people seem to like.
That's the wild thing, right? Because we said it, but like the fan vote, Will. The judges average, Will.
You sigh, big in the industry, new to your show, Will.
And Tyra voted. He had the highest average score from Tyra.
I wonder
And
if
honestly,
it
Will
was-
could have basically been an apology for Corey not winning.
Yes.
I wonder
Truly.
if it was because of Keith's previous career and success that Tyra wanted him to be the winner so badly because she wanted
to prove that they work.
Yes.
I think that was a big part of it. And I mean, of the three,
Definitely
of the
working the
four,
most.
you know, with Lennox, he's easily been the most model.
Yes.
You can't deny that despite the fact of the bad opinions.
This may be, and you know I love Will, the weakest top three in the history of Top Model.
Oh, it easily is. And it could have so easily been fixed with Lennox up there.
Yeah, just swap out Adam.
Yeah.
And then it would have been like, fine.
Yeah. And Adam, because Adam making it to the final four, well, he shouldn't have made it to the final four. But if you let him, it's still insane.
Final, like, 8.
No.
I've been waiting to bring this up though, but imagine a world, even with Will, you take out Will, you take out all the guys, you could have had a top 5 of Lennox, Raylia, Shy, Winnie, Miriana as a fun villain up there. You know what I mean? Like that's
an incredible top 5.
That's strong.
I have no idea who wins that cycle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Raylia. Raylia or Shy.
Or Shy, yeah.
Or Lennox. That's the
Lennox.
thing. Like, honestly, like, that's the thing. And you put Kari in there as like a 6 or something. And LOL Wood is like, I don't know, 80th, whatever. Ivy was happy to be there.
Romeo still gets kicked off.
Now it's Ivy headbutting someone. She has to take the mantle. But I've got all that room with this pixie cut. Whack.
Yells.
I like your
LOL
noise
Wood.
for a headbutt. Whoop. But they, despite themselves, ended up casting such a strong season of girls.
Yes.
And
they
really
had to
shit
and,
men.
And they had
and
to
very
work
different women too.
so hard. They had to work so hard to ensure this all male final
I mean, the fact
three.
that Think about it. Ben and Matthew, two of the better male models this season,
Yeah.
were out before Denzel, Adam, and Keith, who couldn't model up until that point.
Yeah. It's so weird to revisit this cycle that I did not remember a lot of and really get endeared to so many of the women.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like some of them in some of their individual photos, like the Lennox one, but some other ones, like Rayleigh's going to be an all-time fave.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Shy's going to be up there too.
Yeah, Shy's nylon photos were amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, and if you think we're amazing, you should rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast. We love hearing from you, your hot takes, your iced tea. You can also find us at podleadum.com or send us an email at podleadum@gmail.com.
Send one to Will too. That email's out there. CC him.
You can find me anywhere at Yet Charming.
Sorry, I'm so tickled by the thought of an email to us that's CC'd to Will.
Could you imagine?
It's like, what's Podleadum?
I am on Instagram at Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
And I'm on TikTok at JDB Crump. Okay.
And be sure to use the hashtag Podleadum anytime you do, because that's how we see you. So for Podleadum, I have been Lex Basile Price.
I'll be Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
And I'm JW Crump.
And we'll see you on top.
Podleadum is not endorsed by America's Next Top Model, Tyra Banks, 10x10 Entertainment, or any of their subsidiaries. It is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. America's Next Top Model and all names, pictures, and audio clips are registered trademarks and copyrights of their respective trademark and copyright holders.